Hey, this is a testing the S style and the SDX. They're both the 6-pin cinch connector on the back and the 6-pin connector on the rotor. Now here I've got a G800. You can see it's the 6-pin. All these tests are the same with the same harnesses. Oh, great. Hang on a minute. And if I hook everything up to the S style controller, they're all the same speed, all the same voltage, anywhere between 18.9 to 19.4 volts DC. Now this one here is the one that's the kicker. Now this rotator goes slow to the left if I'm using the DXA or the SDX, but it's okay on the S rotor or controller. Now if I turn this on, let's get the meter center itself. Let's turn on our two little inline amp meters and our voltmeter. Now this one goes slow to the left, so I'm going to run it to the left. It's drawing 12.7 volts, roughly 0.4 amps. Now that was slow. Now you can hear the motor, it's turning faster. 0.6, 0.5, and it's 18 volts. And just remember, it's 16 volts that way, 12 that way. It's going slow now. Now here's fast mode. Let's see if I can get this little amp meter to turn up there so we can see it while I'm doing the test. Come on. You can see one's a Matco and the other one's a cheap Harbor Freight. Okay, reflection. 0.4 amps, and that's going slow. 0.4. 4 to 5. 5 to 0.6. Now, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to hook up a G800 that's just the opposite. It goes slow to the right. Okay. Now this is the one that goes slow to the right. Now we'll do the same thing on the left. And we've got 23 volts here. 5 and 5. And it is going fast. Now we'll go to the right where it goes slow. You can see a difference. 0.5, 0.4, and 11. Now this is just ass backwards of what the other one did. I mean, it was, the other rotator was 17 volts to the right, and this one here is 11.7 to the right, where the other one was 12.6 to the left, and this is 23.2 to the left. See, now how can you have two different rotors going two different speeds on the same controller? Now I'm going to hook up a G1000. Okay, G1000 6-pin, same controller. Reset my amp meter on that one. Now I start off in the left. I got to restart my voltmeter. I always start off at the left. 23.3, 0.7, 0.7. Now we're going to go to the right. 23.4, 6, and 7. Now here it is going to the right. Here it is going to the left. Same speed, both ways. Same voltage, both ways. Same amperage, both ways. So how can this controller, what Yaesu says, has a bad relay when it spins the 1000 the same speed, and one of the G800s, it goes slow one way and fast the other, and then just opposite on the other rotator? And how can it be the BK spring if it spins the same speed on the S model every rotor? That's the dilemma. Now I don't have that many DXAs, but I do have one rotator that's a 6-pin, and I've got 2 controllers, and that'll be a test for another video. But here's all my specs. I don't know if you can read my hen scratching, but on the S rotor, everything was 19 volts. And then here's my voltages on the SDX, and that's the rotor that turns slow to the left, 12.6 to 17.9. And then here's the G800 that's slow to the right. You can see that going to the left, there was more voltage, and going to the right, it was less, just the opposite of the other one. And then here's the G1000, everything was all 23.3 volts. So it's still in limbo. Is it the controller or is it the rotor? If it was the controller, it would go slow both ways on everything. But the G1000 tests good both ways. And you can see that the voltage is consistent on everything in the S meter, S controller. Okay, that's it for this test. I'll hook up the DXAs next.